2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Here we go.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Here is Paul, and the Clippers starting five. Matt Barnes is out there with Jared Dudley. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Redick against Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Beasley's got the first points of the night for the Timberwolves.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, he was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Redick bounce pass. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards leading the charge. And it's good, 2 points.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Paul. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
You know, I don't care how tight you play him. It's very hard to keep Paul from knocking that shot down. His in-between game is lethal. Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
We spoke about his approach coming into tonight. He said, we're playing an excellent team with lots of talent, and they're well coached. We don't want to go down 2-0 in this series, so our mindset is this is a must-win game. Kevin, we'll see if they can pull that off after their disappointing start to this series.
Thanks, David. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Redick with the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
And here is Paul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot's good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. Outside, Redick fires from deep. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Hey, I can't overstate it. I mean, as a defense in transition, you have to locate Russell before he finds the bottom of the net. You got to get to him quickly.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Granger comes in for Jared Dudley. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Collison in for Chris Paul.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now Collison. Banked in off the glass.
Sensing the opportunity there, Collison sneaking inside for the finish.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Clippers trailed by 7. Collison with it. Pass to Granger. To the paint. Here's Hollins. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And bringing that postseason intensity so key. These plays can change the trajectory of a game. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Sinks that one from the post. Towns has got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Reed. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Timberwolves on top, up by 15. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
They've got Edwards. Malik Beasley out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Towns. And it's Reed in at the power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Sinks the three-pointer.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Here's Edwards. And Hollins pulls it down.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Granger. Basket good. Granger's got his second basket of the night.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Edwards. Drills the three-pointer.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here's Collison after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Lets it go. Collison, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jordan, he's checked in for Ryan Hollins. Dudley comes in for Barnes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul's subbed in for Darren Collison. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Dudley's shot is good.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Count it. Minnesota leading by 15. Reed, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there, just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Redick against Beasley. Paul, no one around him. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, I'll tell you what, Beasley can really move. I mean, his drives are explosive and sudden. The defense has no way to stop him.
And the Clippers call time here.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Minnesota making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. Poked away. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Vanderbilt. He's guarded by Dudley. Here's Rubio. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rubio's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Beasley with the steal. Rubio outside. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Poke loose. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. Here's Vanderbilt. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now here's Redick. 5 points in the game. And there's the feed to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Dudley. Barnes comes in for Danny Granger. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Collison in for Chris Paul. Crawford's shot is good.
A really capable passer at the point guard position. Collison is solid at finding his teammates.
Inside, and Edwards with the stuff.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Barnes, the shot's good. Collison making the play. Barnes has got his first basket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Passes it to Vanderbilt. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Edwards. And so it's Minnesota closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Round 1 act for the Timberwolves. They're in a perfect position to grab a hold of this series, up 1-0 already. and playing incredible basketball, which has given them a huge lead at halftime. They just couldn't have asked for a better scenario. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves? And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of it.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Matt Barnes. Then there's Jared Dudley. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. Paul for three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Paul can score in bunches and do it efficiently. So once he knows he's in that zone, that makes him all the more willing to do things himself.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And it's Rubio. That time on the assist by Towns. Towns has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Stolen by Rubio. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And finished off by McDaniel.
Yeah, he was on top of that play all the way. Great anticipation and throwing it ahead. That's how you do it.
The Clippers really having a tough go here. Paul outside. Fires from 18. The shot's good from Jordan.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And the basket by Rubio.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in, and Okogie subbed in for Edwards. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rangers checked in, and the wide open shot from Redick. Good on the three-point shot. Redick's got 8 points.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Okogie, boom, he jams it straight down.
That's exactly the kind of explosive move the team wants to see more from Okogie. He's got all the tools, for sure.
Pass to Rubio. Here's the 3. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Redick passes to Paul. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 15 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Russell, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Redick with the bucket.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
The tray. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
It's Redick on the wing. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
Okogie, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Culver's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Los Angeles, Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Dudley. Crawford comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Collison in for J.J. Redick. And Paul gets it to go in.
He has still not missed a shot. Where would they be today without him?
Here's Rubio. No good with the triple. And it's Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Collison, the pass to Hollins. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Crawford leading the charge. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Okogie for 3. That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Out to the wing. Paul with the 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you know, Okogie has quickly proven himself to be a dynamic player. He flies around the floor looking for ways to help out his team at both ends, which is quite impressive for a young guy like him.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Ricky Rubio. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Barnes is checked in. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Crawford kicks to Barnes. Good on the triple. Barnes has got 5.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Ricky Rubio has been leading the charge for Minnesota. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all field up and ready to go. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Edwards. Then it's Culver, and it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward position. And the Clippers call time here. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Culver. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jared Dudley's checked in for Paul. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Here's Collison, and the rejection by Towns. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Boy, such a dangerous threat in transition. I mean, once Beasley gets a step on the defense, goodbye.
That's tipped. Beasley with the steal. And here we go. Timberwolves running again. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Hollins with the block, and they're able to recover.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
No good on that one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Ryan Hollins. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see. Ball movement.
And Towns throws it down.
You know, defensively, you've got to respect Towns' jumping. I mean, that creates driving lanes for him because you do have to guard him because he'll make you pay if you don't.
Collison finds Dudley. Ball's knocked loose and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Beasley against Reddick, and the shot goes in.
You know, Reddick has a solid in-between game, and I like seeing him work that shot into his game from time to time.
Yeah, just a breakdown defensively there allows him to wind up with an easy dunk straight off the inbounds.
And here's Collison, who will bring it up for Los Angeles. Edwards, that's good.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
Boy, it's made matters a lot easier for him offensively.
Collison with it, picked up by Collison. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And it's a different kind of defense teams play in the postseason. More in-your-face, physical, high-energy plays like that one.
Hernan Gomez against Turkoglu. Out to Russell. Takes a three. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Glenn Davis is going to pick up that foul. That's his first foul.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now the pass to Noel. Fires for 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Russell against Barea. And stolen by Russell. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, improving as a two-way threat. It's big when Russell is making an impact on both offense and defense.
Barea surveying the floor. Now the dish to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Hernan Gomez passes to Vanderbilt. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the middle. That's good from Davis on the assist by Barea.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Russell lays it up off the glass.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Bounce pass Barea. Granger with the bucket.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
Russell against Barea. Right at the free throw line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Davis puts it in.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Noel. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum.